We are an amazing company. We physically touch so many people in the world today. We fill one of six prescriptions in the US and one out of five in the UK. But we have 2% brand awareness. Nobody knows us. We're like this big secret. There are 900 million people in our top 10 countries that we sell, 1.8 in our top 30. To get people to really care about what we do and why we do it, we got to create a relationship with over 1 billion people. That's what it takes to build a brand. Gone are the days where you launch a brand by buying TV spots and billboards, say hello, and magic happens. Today, it's about a set of multi-powerful engagement, meaningful engagement, conversation. It has to be more than the classical 3 times. That's what it takes, and it happens in the digital space. My name is Omar Ganan. I run digital in corporate communication. Last GLC, I was honored to talk about the idea of forming a relationship, of a dream that I have, a big giant that can form a relationship with a single person. This year, we actually got a chance to crack it. Crack number one. People seek empowerment. Yes, it's an overused term, but in essence, that is the truth. 9% of people feel that they're in total control of their health. To gain better control, 57% of them seek on information. They seek it on a weekly basis. 40% of people seek information weekly, and they seek it in many resources. A lot of them, or most people, seek information in three to five different resources because they don't trust a single resource. Crack number two. We can focus. When you look at the sphere of people, we found that over 30% of people are highly digital engaged and highly health engaged. Highly digital engaged people believe that technology has a role to create a better future for them. Highly health engaged people are people that believe that they can have an impact on their life. When those two people meet and we bring in something valuable, they are the ones that will adopt it and will appreciate what we do. We also found that 42% of people are carers, caring for a child, a spouse, parent, grandparent. These people are probably the most highly digital engaged people you can find. They are information hungry. They have to have the information because it's not just for knowledge, it's for the ability to explain it to the other, to make sure that you're doing the right thing when you're caring not for just for yourself, but for another person. Crack number three. Empowerment is achievable. When you investigate the basics, yes, the basics is what we know. It is about treatment, symptoms, conditions, and side effects. Very functional, very foundational. Yet, when you look in deeper, you find that health is very emotional. 33% of people feel worried, 27% feel stress. People search for the fundamentals, but their needs are the ones that are unmet, are very emotional. That is an important role that we can take. We found that there are 4 principles that we can use to actually really empower people. My 8-year-old daughter began having strong headaches about 3 months ago. Those headaches happen in her forehead. They happen all day long, and they happen every day. Sometimes they're strong, sometimes they're very strong. What do? You go into the web initially and you search. You think there's any good content in Hebrew? No. There's great content in English. Yes, WebMD, Healthline are great. You got everything you want there. But if you live outside the US and you're looking for content not in English, yes, you can find in German, maybe in France. But for most of the people, they cannot enjoy that richness. 47% of people wish health information was available in their local language. That is a true need. We call that access. Second, when you look for the information, in my case, I looked for information about pain, forehead, headaches, every day, every single day, strong, and we got the vision test, everything was okay. So that is the relevancy element. I'm looking for what's relevant within that set of information. 62% of people want health information that is relevant for their condition. Relevancy is key. Third, everybody has to have reliability in place. That sense that it is backed by professionalism. Fourth, when I looked and began sensing what people are saying, different physicians, I wanted to have some reassurance that I'm doing the right thing, that I'm not the only one, that other people have encountered this. So what you do is you look for other people's opinion. That is the reassurance. That is the collective information that we can create. We call that element the reassurance element. And 45% of people get comfort in hearing other people's health experience. There are digital spaces that act great on reliability. Yes, WebMD is very reliable. Patients like me is very reassuring. But there is no space that acts on all these four principles: access, reliability, relevancy, and reassurance. If we do that, we become unique. Crack number 4, there are a lot of conversation topics that we can create. And we find these by looking for tensions. First one, 70% of people understand their condition, but only 50 understand their treatment. That is a huge gap, and it causes frustration. It's very intuitive, like it's human. It's easier to understand a problem than it is to understand a solution, especially when the solution is in the medical jargon. It's hard. It's tough. Look at a Wikipedia page on MS. You'd have to be almost like a professional to read it. Now, if we can humanize content, simplify it, making it meaningful, getting the access, providing the reassurance that people want when they read treatment, then we create a human voice for treatment. That is something which is unmet. Second, when looking at carers, we found that they have a huge emotional burden. They have a responsibility for someone, and they feel that they had to let go of a lot of the things that they used to have. Relationship with family, relationships with friends. They have a huge feeling of responsibility. They have to have every day more reason to go on. That is a huge emotional burden, and they don't have the space to vent, to confide. We can provide that space. There are physical support groups, but they're no good online, and they don't have the time for physical. Third, when you get sick or become sick, or when you get sick or care for someone who is sick, your life changes dramatically. 49% of people had a major impact on their daily routine. They feel that they don't have the time to do what they could have done over the time, and they feel that they want to bring the balance back with that little time that they have. We can do a lot. We have the power to help these people. We can provide an online resource that can really better utilize their time. Imagine a space where we bring online physicians, nutritionists, therapists, using maybe an Amwell app. We have an online fitness trainer for the time that you have to take care of your health, your own health when you're caring. We have an online resource for education of how to better care, better brought to you by Coursera, and it's always using that time slot that you have in the little time that you have. Our websites will be the core health will house the core health content and services. It will become a destination site for searches, an empowerment place. We will attract people with searchable content, but then our next best action will always be to enroll them to a relationship management mode, a logged in state where we take time and effort to make meaning of who they are and what they want. Any information, anything that they do, we make meaning. We enrich their profile. We understand what they need, not just what they've searched. And we move from a reactive phase to a proactive phase where we offer the different services that we have created in that bring the balance back phase, or the communities that we have for their reassurance. That move to proactivity is where those relationships are formed. Classically, we call it CRM, Customer Relationship Management. We will call it PRM, People Relationship Management. Now, the magic happens is when you take all that muscles that we have created, content, services, utilities, technologies, relationship management, and you bring it to the local level. We have the muscles, we translate them, and there's nothing like that in different languages. Instagram is where we will house our content on what better life, what better days look like and feel like with joyful imagery. YouTube is where we can house our how-to videos about better caring for people, how-to videos about the right treatment. How-to is a huge theme in YouTube. LinkedIn will be our place for our employment brand. We will have communities for carers, communities for people that they can be provided with the reassurance that they need. This is how we start forming an ecosystem, multiple touch points that meet people. This is how it starts. There's a lot to be done, but we've already began. We've already began figuring out how do we create content. Who are our content partners? How do we approve content? Working with medical, legal, and regulatory. Figured out how do we get this content approved for a pharma company? What do we need to create the local experience? Working with test countries. We are doing right now with Germany. We will do so in France. This is how it starts. We are a big giant. But I truly believe that we can form a relationship with a single person. You build a relationship with 1 billion people by truly understanding one person at a time. Thank you.